Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you decided to join me today. My name is Natalia Y. Taylor. Here on this channel, we talk all things business, money, strategy. And today we're going to be talking about credit scores, how you can get a really good Fico score. And I am sharing 3 strategies, quick and easy to do strategies that will help you achieve that. If you're interested, let us know, leave a comment below and stay tuned. You guys, I can remember when I was first starting out in life, I didn't know anything about credit. You know, I just knew that I didn't have any. No one would give me a chance. No one would take a chance on me. And it was just so crazy for me to be that young. I think it was around 19 when I was first trying to make something happen for myself. Yeah, I had pretty terrible credit. And it wasn't until I started to just really take control over things, maybe in my mid-20s or so, when I really started to get a handle on things and just starting to be in control 100%. And everything changed from then on. So it is possible, you can do it. This video, we will be focusing on the Fico score. Now, what is a Fico score? It's a 3-digit number calculated from your credit information within your credit report at a consumer reporting agency at a particular point in time. A lender will use the Fico score to determine whether or not you will pay your obligations as you agreed. If you have a high score, then it's going to indicate that you pay your bills on time, you pay your debt, your obligations as you say you would. If you have a low score, then that's a high probability that you're not going to make those payments. So here's some information that you guys might find useful. 35% of your Fico score is made up of just payment history alone. 35%. Another 30% is made up of the amounts that you owe. Approximately 15% is made up of the length of your credit history. Approximately 10% is based upon any new credit lines that you open, or credit cards, new accounts, anything that is relatively new, that impacts your score by 10%. And another 10% is made up of the types of credit that you use. So my top 3 pointers that I'm sharing with you guys will help your score, or they're impacting your score by more than 70%. And the things that I'm sharing are really easy if you do the work. Number 1, you want to always pay your bills on time. Now, what does on time mean? By the due date. You may be asking yourself, well, my money is not very long this month and I have many bills. So which bills should I be paying on time? I'm gonna say all of them. Pay all of your bills on time. You want to get in the habit of making sure that you are on top of your bills. If it comes to a point to where your cash flow is a little short for the month, like you can't cover all of your expenses at once, then focus on the items that are actually reporting to the credit bureau. And then you pay those items first. And the ones that you can't pay on time, you definitely want to make contact with those companies and figure out a payment arrangement or something of that sort. Let me tell you, payment arrangements are your friend, especially if you're having cash flow issues, especially. You never want to ever just let it go by without you taking the initiative to take control and call that company and figure something out. Most creditors will give you a grace period before they start charging you a late fee. And you always want to be aware of that grace period, because if you pay prior to the end of that grace period, then you're not assessed a late fee. And that is key. So you always want to be mindful of what your grace period is on all of your debts. Most of them can be anywhere from 1 to 10 days, depending on the type of debt that you have. Stay on top of those things. Number 2, at least once a year, get a copy of your credit report, go through it, and make sure that there aren't any discrepancies on your credit report. You want to make sure that you know everything that is reporting against you on that credit report. You also want to make sure that you are reviewing anything that's been reporting past 7 years, because once it's reached 7 years, you're able to have that item removed from your credit report. Depending on if it were a bankruptcy or not, that may be the difference. So I think it's anywhere from 7 to 11 years. At the 7-year mark, I would definitely request that it be removed. And trust me, this works. I've done it before, and I know for sure it works, and you should do it too. Listen, if you are not going to be the one to take control of your financial future, you just cannot expect anybody else to. You can get a free copy of your credit report once a year from freecreditreport.com. I will link that resource below. Once you decide to dispute a charge that's showing up on your credit report, they will reach out to whoever is holding your debt. They will ask them to provide information in regards to the debt. This is by law. They have to respond within, I believe it's 2 weeks. It's been a minute since I've had to look into this, but I'm pretty sure they have 2 weeks to respond to the dispute. And if they don't respond, then by law, it has to be removed from your report. That's another little tip for you guys. Now, if by chance they do respond, and they will because they want their money, if they respond to the debt and it is a legit debt, you have a couple of options. You call the creditor and negotiate a payment arrangement with them. Ask them to accept less than what their original claim is for. Whatever you negotiate with them, just make sure you get it in writing, because trust me, there are some shady ones out there, and you just don't want to have to deal with them any longer than you have to. My request for you is that you pay it in full. That's the best way to go. All right, guys, so that brings us to number 3. Keep the balances on your debt to be no more than 30%. It shows that you are able to manage your debt load responsibly. Just to give you an example, if you have a credit card with a $1,000 credit limit, 30% of $1,000 is $300. So you want to make sure that you don't carry a balance of more than $300 from month to month. So keep debt utilization at 30% or below. And if possible, you always want to make sure that you pay your balance in full at the end of the month. So I also wanted to give you guys a little bonus. So my bonus tip for you, if you're not already doing it, is set all your bills up on auto pay. Auto pay will save your life. Let me just tell you, it not only eliminates the headache of having to write out checks if you're still using checks, or get your cash together and take it from one location to the next just to get a bill paid. It automatically comes out of your account, and you're on top of everything every single month when you use auto pay. Takes your mind off of things. The only thing you have to worry about is that the money is in your account. So if I can encourage you to do anything, it's my bonus tip to you, is to set your bills up on auto pay. And in doing that, you always want to make sure from time to time that you are making sure that your rates are still the lowest that they can be. Because sometimes when your bills are on auto pay, you can get a little complacent about, checking up on those bills, because they're coming out, they're being paid, but you also want to make sure that you're paying the least that you can pay on those bills. Auto pay is your friend. Trust. My score right now is around a 740, which is dropped within the past year or two, because I've had a lot of life happen to me, and so I've been using a little bit more debt than I normally would. But still, 740 is a really good score. Let me show you, I don't know if you can see this right here, but this is my score right now.
Mommy, I gotta go potty.
Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry guys. It is like really chaotic trying to film when you have two little ones in the house. But I was trying to say that yeah, my score right now today is around 740. And here is I don't know if you can see it right now. Here is my Fico score, 740, and I have gotten my daughter's score up to like 780. So my score is normally higher than this. Sucks, but you know, I'm still in a really good score range. It's actually considered very good. I'm gonna link a little image here. You can see the ranges, what's considered poor, good, very good, and excellent. All right, so one thing that you cannot dispute is that if you're gonna really be successful in life, you have to know how to utilize debt responsibly. You have to know what you're doing there. You have to be on top of these types of things. I created this video because I feel like it could definitely help some people, especially today. Like, there's still some people who are struggling with this issue, not knowing how to manage their money properly and not knowing how to get good credit. Like, it's still a mystery to some people, believe it or not. And so I'm here today to give you some simple tips that you could do to help you get ahead. Being able to use debt responsibly will help you have a better quality of life, and also it helps you to increase your wealth. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to be responsible. You have to play it safe. Really, a lot of it has to do with giving yourself time. Time is your friend. And you know, you have to be diligent, proactive, and once you do all those things, then everything will start falling in place for you. You need to work really hard to make sure that you are doing the things required to get a good score. And yeah, follow me. Let me know if you're into these types of videos. Anything to get you to that next step, that higher self that you want to be, you know, especially as it relates to investments and money, and then just doing your own thing. I'm here for it. If this is something that you enjoy listening and learning about, then you definitely want to hit the subscribe button and let's grow together. All right.